Some unit conversions will require more than one multiplication or division. In the unit conversions we're going to see now, you're going to see that they require 2 steps. So let's talk about converting 7.8 meters into millimeters. We want to start the same way. We'll go to our table that has those relationships between the metric units, but what we're going to find is that there's no direct comparison between meters and millimeters on our sheet. So we're going to have to go through 2 steps to get there. The first one we're going to have to do is going from meters into centimeters. That's one we can do. And then we're going to have to go from centimeters into millimeters. So here we go. Step 1, meters into centimeters. So we're starting this problem the same way as we did with the one-step unit conversions. 7.8 meters. And then we're going to multiply it by a fraction. And we're going to have the units we want to get rid of, meters on the bottom, and the units we want to be left with, centimeters, on top. And we go to our table and we find that there are 100 centimeters per 1 meter. So this is getting rid of our meters and it's going to leave us with centimeters. So this is going to be equal to 7.8 times 100 is equal to 780 centimeters. So we've done part of our conversion, but now we have to get from centimeters into millimeters. So this is the second step. Now we take our 780 centimeters and we're going to multiply it by a different fraction. This one has to get rid of centimeters, so I put centimeters on the bottom, and it has to leave us with millimeters, so I put millimeters on top. And again, I go back to my unit conversion table, and I find that there are 10 millimeters for every 1 centimeter. This is going to get rid of my centimeters and leave me with millimeters. So I have 780 times 10 is equal to 7,800 millimeters. Now I want to show you one more 2-step unit conversion where we're going from a small unit into a large unit. And I'm going to show you how to do it in a little bit quicker of a way. So again, let's look at our units. We're starting with centimeters and we want to end up with kilometers. There's no centimeter to kilometer relationship on our table. So our 2 steps are going to have to be, well, I can go from centimeters into meters, and then I can go from meters into kilometers. But this time I'm going to show you how we can condense those 2 steps. So I'm going to start with my first measurement, 215,895 centimeters, and times, so here we go, we're going to set up our fraction where we go from centimeters into meters. So getting rid of centimeters, I put centimeters on the bottom. Want to be left with meters, so I put meters up top. Go to my table, find that relationship, and I see that for every 1 meter, there are 100 centimeters. Now this is where the shortcut comes in. My next step I'm going to do in the same line. So now I currently have gotten rid of my centimeters and I've been left with meters, but that's not the end result I want. So now what I'm going to do is get rid of my meters and try to end up with kilometers. So I put my meters on the bottom of the fraction, my kilometers up top, and I go to my conversion table to find that for every 1 kilometer, there's 1,000 meters. And now what this is going to do is it's going to cancel my meters that I just did in the previous fraction, and it's going to leave me with the kilometers. So here you can see that my 100 and 1,000, they're in the bottom of the fraction. So the calculation I have is my beginning number divided by 100, because it's in the bottom of the fraction, and divided by 1,000. So that's the 2 steps I have to do to complete this unit conversion. First, divide by 100, and then divide by 1,000. And I can do all of that in my calculator. Just make sure you do it in 2 separate steps. So do the 215,000 divided by 100, get your result, and then take that and divide it by 1,000. That's going to leave us with 2.15895 kilometers.